Hello, everybody. First of all, I'd like to welcome all our participants to the first virtual GRC Summit. Many of you have attended previous GRC summits, which took place in the traditional conference hotel setting. This summit provides a great opportunity to expand the reach and bring to you many more experts, wider topics, and the ability for on-demand sessions. In other words, it is designed as a platform for us to adapt to the ever-changing conditions of the current global pandemic, to its mid-term effects, and longer term to what many call the new normal ahead of us. Like all of you, MetricStream had to change and adapt very swiftly, establishing the business resiliency our customers expect. What we learned immediately is that putting the employee safety first generated the best result for our customers and partners. We moved our operations in Palo Alto, New York, London, Milan, Bangalore, and Sydney to work from home very early before government started to enforce it, rolled out tools and processes for more remote collaboration across the board, and extended our infrastructure where necessary. The early move paid off for us and our customers. In most business functions, our productivity went up, allowing us to serve customers and partners with enhanced SLAs when they were needed most. In many cases, we learned together and developed best practices for processes we would have troubled for 2 months ago. Project kickoffs, go-live coordination, user acceptance testing, daily scrums are just a few activities we are now able to do with completely distributed teams on our and the customer partner side. Just last week, I was talking to executives of a global bank, and we mused over why we and our teams traveled so much, increasingly over the last several years. It is fascinating to see how swiftly organizations align priorities in this situation. They leverage our solutions to extend the reach to the first line, to keep a pulse on the workforce and emerging risks. They move GRC workloads to the cloud to alleviate pressure on their local infrastructure. They use our platform to drive COVID-19 crisis management and business continuity activities. To support organizations with immediate crisis management needs, we launched the MetricStream COVID-19 solution on the heels of the outbreak. It allows for simple but effective identification of emerging risks resulting from the pandemic, rapid assessment and risk mitigation to support resiliency, employee health and safety, while maintaining compliance as the crisis evolves. The last few months, I have made it clear that GRC and integrated risk management have become more relevant and important for organizations than ever. The analyst community is facing a steep increase of inquiries in this area. In my last keynote at the London GRC Summit just about half a year ago, I talked about how GRC must evolve to support the digitization of organizations. A call for action to the GRC community seemed appropriate to make sure the digitized organization and economy performs with integrity. Today, many voices point to the COVID-19 crisis as a further catalyst, accelerating the digitization of how we run our businesses, organizations, and governments. I feel strongly that the need for governance and risk management has never been greater in the world we are moving towards, and therefore the challenges and opportunities for the GRC community have never been greater, sometimes maybe overwhelming. We enhance the performance of our organizations while preserving our purpose, while protecting our brand, and while operating with resilience in this constantly evolving risk universe. That is what we call to perform with integrity at MetricStream, and that is what defines our purpose and passion, enabling organizations to perform with integrity based on the world's leading integrated GRC platform, M7. The accelerated digitization of organizations is also accelerating the journey to integrated GRC and risk management. Our investments in the Agile platform, predictive analytics, artificial intelligence, automation, and integration align with the market's desire to connect risks, processes, policies, and issues to manage risks and drive performance. Looking at how we see the GRC market evolving, we expect three phases to unfold, and we are shaping all three to take GRC and integrated risk management to the next level. In the current phase, we are driving fast to deploy pre-packaged solutions to support organizations in their quest to deal with the immediate crisis. Past handling the acute pandemic, organizations will have their learnings from the crisis. Business agility and resilience will be at the forefront. This is where our AI, machine learning, and natural language processing investments drive empowerment to the first line, and automation, recommendations, and predictability to the second, third, and fourth line. In phase 3, we see organizations leverage much wider data sources to develop more of a peripheral vision towards emerging risks. The GRC platform serves as a hub to connect data and processes across the whole spectrum of integrated risk management activities for the whole organization. On top of that, we expect the value of sharing data across organizational boundaries will outweigh data confidentiality and competitive concerns. Predictive models and cross-organizational benchmarking will dramatically increase our ability to foresee and proactively handle crisis situations. In this phase, the GRC Hub will facilitate exchange, benchmarking, and GRC as a service across organizational boundaries. I will talk a little bit more about the technology underpinnings of this evolution in tomorrow's technology session, and I will discuss this vision with a distinct panel of GRC and risk practitioners who have already embarked on the journey to the central GRC Hub for and Verizon. Now back to the here and now. I am extremely excited to see we have over 1,600 participants registered for this summit. Let me welcome over 240 customers from 91 organizations, over 100 partners from 32 organizations, over 60 speakers, and over 1,250 guests from 850 other organizations. It is all of you who will make this event a platform to learn, adapt to, and eventually master the current pandemic situation. Let me point out a few highlights in our agenda. It features 5 keynotes, over 17 panels, 6 formal papers, and over 43 breakout sessions. Right after my opening remarks, Samantha Ravich, Chairman of the Board of the Center on Cyber and Technology Innovation and Vice Chair of the US President's Intelligence Advisory Board, will talk about how to restart the country and the broader world after a major event. Tomorrow morning, Ajay Banga, Chief Executive Officer of MasterCard and co-founder of the Cyber Readiness Institute, will talk about how he helped MasterCard grow by 15 times based on intuition. Wednesday morning, Enrico Giovannini, former Italian Minister of Labor and Social Policies of the Government of Italy and member of the Italian COVID-19 Task Force, will talk about urgent actions for sustainable development after the crisis. I also would like to name a few sessions that caught my attention, personal interest, sessions that I will also personally follow. Taking risk management and governance to the front line, COVID and beyond. Benefits of integrated GRC in a crisis. The GRC lessons learned from prior crises. Turning third, second, first lines on its head through AI, automation and analytics, the next generation of GRC. The future of risk management. Auditing in the area of crisis and beyond. Building a cybersecurity resilience plan for the future. Fascinating days ahead of us. Thank you for your interest, your participation, and your contribution to make this very special GRC Summit the most relevant and the most impactful GRC event ever. The world is forced to a pause, which is a challenge for all of us and our organizations. Let's make it also an opportunity to lay the foundation of a better prepared future allowing the world to strive again and perform with integrity. Now, more than ever, it is the time to act with agility, and the spotlight needs to be on resilience. Thank you for your attention. Enjoy the summit.